Okay, this is from my grade 10 class. We're going to add lights to our scene. I'm going to turn all of this stuff off. Basically, this is our glow. We're going to use three types of lights, one of them which is an emission, which we all know how to do already because it's emission here. The other one is we're going to use a point light, which is this one and that one, with shadows on. And the other, go. You don't have to ask. And then this one here is actually a light source, but instead of going from the sun, we're going to see what the sun does. It blows it out, and it takes too much rendering power as far as I'm concerned right now for grade 10, 11, and 12. I'm definitely not using sun. I'm going to use an area light, okay? And there's a bit more control to it. There's that. Blender also has an inherent scene color here, and I'm going to do that one as well, okay? So let's get this going. So I'm going to select my area light again, come down to lights, zero this out. Okay, somebody shut the door there for me, guys. There's too much talking on. Thank you, Krishan. Thank you, Krishan. Appreciate it, man. All right, here we go. Okay, we have emission. I'm going to get rid of this point light. I'm going to put zero on it, basically, or just kind of just by the door so she can come back in. Thank you. Just keep it a jaw. All right, thanks, buddy. Zero. There it is. Okay, so all I have right now is my emissions at this point. All right, folks? All right, so if we're here, this is what we have. Okay, I created this background scene too. That's going to be outside our shot. Don't worry about it right now. Maybe I might just not show it in this video. Delete. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this one to the side. All right, first thing first, we're going to bring a light in here. Okay, this is the only light that I have. So I'm not in the shaded mode here. I'm in the light mode, viewport shading, okay? So this is what we have. At this point, if I go into the render look, all we have are the emissions, which is a lot of fun. So we're gonna build on that, okay? All right, so we're gonna come in here, and you're gonna go to Add, which is Shift A. You're gonna go to Light. Instead of selecting Sun, which already is in your default scene, you're gonna get rid of it, or you're gonna swap it to become an area light, okay? So you can bring it up here. And what we could do is we can actually change the size. If I type in 10, for example, what is that going to do? See, I'll go to Z view and I'll look at this and go, oh yeah, it's something like this. All right. Okay, I'm here. Go into the lighting scene here. Render scene. Oh, you see there's no power, is there? First off, there's no such thing as white light. So let's give it a mood color. I'm going to go somewhere in the orange here. Okay, now watch what I'm going to do. 10 watts is pretty much nothing for this. So let's try 100, and eventually we're going to go to 500. You see that? That's kind of nice, eh? Already. Pardon me. All right, so we got this going. There's the light. Nice and easy. It's mood lit. I'm happy with it. Okay, this is what my camera is seeing right now. If I go to render, I don't think I have this set up yet, but let's see what will come up. This is what we're getting. This is pretty sweet. Okay, so now we're going to add in the shot here a couple of those point lights to give us accents. Okay, this torch is way too strong, but this is where you can make these decisions. Okay, so we'll do it again. We'll come in here and we'll do a add, get out of camera. Bye bye. I'm just holding off from pressing Shift A. Okay, so we'll go to add light, and this time we'll go with a point light. Okay, there's some really cool attributes to point lights you can see here. Okay, so I want it to go behind the barrel. I'll press 7 to go in the top view like this, and then kind of sneak it in the corner here like that. See that over here? And then what I'll do is I'll bring it lower, or just somewhere like that behind the candles. Okay, now again, there's no such thing as white light, so let's go with the orangish yellow again. You want to go red, you can do red. It's up to you. Okay, we'll go back into our render view right here. I just pressed period key on my numpad, and this is what you're getting right now, okay, because we have shadows on. If I turn shadow off, you're not going to get that gradient look. Watch this. Boop, right there, and there's a bit of something going on here. Okay, so let's change the value to 100. Watch what this does. Too strong. So it's a game that you're going to play, okay, like that. Okay, I may just change this to more orange. Hey, that looks better, doesn't it? Yeah, 50. So you just got to play around and balance this out. It's going to take you an entire class to play with this, okay? So now what you could do is you can say, okay, that was all right. You could either duplicate it or make a new one, okay? So if I press right click and Shift D, duplicate, watch this, object, and I'll press, what view am I going? Should I probably Y, and bring it over here, bring it down somewhere in here like that, behind it. This is one I'm adding myself, right? Okay, so I may want to now change this color. So let's go to a purplish color per se. Okay, something like that, kind of, you know, just change it up. So again, you can start from scratch and say maybe 50 is too strong, so make it 25, like 25, and just play with that, okay? So don't create a bunch and throw them everywhere. Be specific as to what you want to add, okay? So that's that one. So the next thing, I'm going to come back to my area light here, as now you can see under custom, okay, here, custom distance. Does it need to be 40 meters? Probably not. If I run 10, 5, watch how this changes, okay? Okay, so there's, now watch, I'm going to render this, render up here, render image. You'll see what it's doing. Okay, not much power, is there? Okay, so there's that. If I change this to 200, let me change this to distance to 10 meters. Look how that changed. So there's a distance issue, and there's also a value issue, okay? So if I crank this to 250, boom, we're getting a bit more, okay? So we can change it up. Good stuff, thank you. Right, so over here, you can light it up. You can come in here, you make it green, whatever you want, okay? Boy, how many minutes is that so far? Okay, 6 minutes. Let's get this done under 10. So the other thing is, you can see in the background, there's kind of a mood light here, isn't there? Like there's a mood light. And this is kind of tricky. So, so watch here. See there's a little globe here? I gave it this color, right? If I press 0 now, watch what happens. No color, okay? So let's go into our camera. There's 0 mood light from the scene. Blender starts out with a gray color here, okay? Some kind of a gray value in the middle here. This is how they start, right in here. You might not even see it, okay? So if you want to add like a scene color, this is what you do. And it's the same kind of principle. Strength is very powerful. So again, if I want to make this into like a, let's say something like this, I don't know. Let's bring this up so I can see what's going on, right? But you see the value is 0.0, right? If I go 0.1, it's going to be massive. Look how strong that is. So if I go 0.01, this color is really not even, I don't even know what color that is, 0.1. Let's change this to like a purplish color or something, like that, okay? So you can see now, if I go 0.05, you'll get that kind of color in the background. Okay, so there's many ways to light your scene, and I think these 3 are very powerful. One here, you click on your light source, come down to the bulb, play with the value. And then what you could do is just render over here, render image. There's not much going on. There's my shot. Now another thing I should kind of double check with you guys. If we go to the camera here, I am not using cycles. Okay, this is real-time rendering, very powerful. If we had a proper computers here, I would definitely take advantage of this one. So I'm not touching cycles. So we're going to stay in EV. And we kept bloom on, remember, for our emissions, and then ambient occlusion to give us the shadows in the corners. Okay, that pretty much, in a nutshell, your lighting scene. Okay, under 10 minutes as I promised. So let's take a shot again, render image. You guys will be saving these shots. So if I zoom out a bit, this is my shot so far, and I'll go image, and I'll save as. And this is another computer I'm using here. It's not my previous one. Document CSS 2010. Grade 10, I'll make a new folder here, and I'll say grade 10 game art underscore shots, okay? And I'll double click in here, and I'm gonna go test underscore shot underscore 01, and I'm gonna keep this as an RGB, okay? PNG, nope, I'm gonna go as a JPEG for now, okay? So they all work, guys. It doesn't matter. JPEG is the key right now. So you can actually bring it into Krita. You can bring it into a video file, whatever you want. PNG works too, but right now we want to use JPEG, okay? So this is my scene so far. Balian out. Enjoy this one. I hope you enjoy it. Bye-bye.